5, 4, 3.
Many young people out there, especially young boys, dream of becoming the next big rap star. The money, girls and fame they see in videos hypnotize them, and they are willing to do almost anything for likes and clout. It doesn't matter if it's just a face tattoo or if they willingly embarrass themselves in front of the whole world.
Lizzie! Oh my god, roast smells so good! Roast smells so good!
As long as they get their 50 minutes of fame, they do not shy away from dumb decisions and maybe even step over dead bodies. Some of these people are actually blessed enough to make it and get the attention they wanted, but it doesn't matter if they made it because of controversies on TikTok or because of actually dropping good music. Most of them face the same problem: staying relevant. Hey guys, and welcome back to Rap Pulse Nation, your favorite music channel on YouTube. Due to the unbelievable support we received from you guys on the first episode of Falloff Rappers, we decided to continue the series. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and check out the first episode on our channel after finishing this one. Before we jump into the first rapper, let's quickly recap what we are looking at in today's video. We will be focusing on these 3 key questions. Why did they blow up in the first place? What led to their downfall? And what are they up to nowadays? Without further ado, let's get into it and uncover the stories behind these 2 fallen rap stars.
Hey, I keep a rocket in my pocket, socket called a pocket rocket. If it's war, we ain't playing games, bitch, we get it started.
Nicholas Alexander Simmons, born December 18th, 1999, known professionally as YBN Nahmir, is an American rapper born in Birmingham, Alabama. He is best known for his hit single Rubbing Off the Paint, which at the same time is the reason for his blow up. The song released in 2017 and peaked at number 46 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Simmons' interest in music started when he was only 14 years old and was gifted an Xbox 360 for Christmas.
Open it up.
Simmons began to play the video game Rock Band, which, by the way, he would later use to record his first song, and eventually moved to play in GTA 5.
Nigga, I'ma start busting, nigga. Dead homies, y'all follow suit, nigga. On criminals right then. Or what y'all wanna do? Y'all wanna just yank when we see these niggas or what, nigga? On criminals, get them.
During his time playing Grand Theft Auto, Simmons would freestyle in Xbox Live parties and alongside numerous other friends established the Young Boss Fellas Collective, short YBN. He formed YBN in 2014, composed by him, YBN Almighty J, YBN Corday and some other members he mainly knew from gaming online. These 3 in particular would go on to really blow up and are the reason why we know the YBN collective today. Simmons uploaded his first song onto YouTube when he was 15. The song, titled Hood Mentality, was uploaded on March 21st in 2015 to barely any reception.
Rule number 1, never trust a snake, nigga.
Simmons uploaded several more songs to YouTube before releasing his first mixtape on January 2nd in 2017, titled Believe in the Glow on SoundCloud. Still, YBN Nahmir gained barely any recognition from this drop, but this quickly changed just months after.
But I'm that nigga, I won't never change. Rubbing off the paint, smoking dang. Got a Uzi in my lap, I let it bang.
On September 18th, 2017, he released Rubbing Off the Paint to Worldstar HipHop's YouTube channel. The song instantly blew up and debuted at number 79 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. From one moment to another, at only 17 years old, he was at the top of the rap game, and he didn't stop there. He dropped some more songs in 2017, and in January of 2018, YBN Nahmir released Bounce Out With That and managed to get himself a Lyrical Lemonade collab on the song's YouTube video.
Take a nigga bitch and then I pass her to the click. I say, see me, I don't got no time for no bitch. I just get it for the bros, I'm just worried about them chips.
The song went viral too and gained over 160 million views on YouTube and over 350 million streams on Spotify. In this time period, other famous artists, such as Drake or Chris Brown, started to recognize him and even co-signed him on their Instagram.
The artists that's like been co-signing me and helping me out, you know, like Bryson Tiller, he made a remix to my song. Drake, he shouted me out on his Instagram. Chris Brown, he posted my video like right when it came out.
But even though in 2018 everything was still looking good for YBN Nahmir, first signs of his weaknesses were visible. See, when you listen to Nahmir's music or watch a YouTube video of him, you quickly realize that he is a gangster rapper and represents this image of a gangbanger. Problem here is that he never really lived that life, and the rap listeners quickly catched up to that. Nahmir spent most of his time gaming as a teenager, and there is nothing wrong with that, but in his music and interviews he presented himself as a whole other person, and people started to troll him for that. After Bounce Out With That, it got quiet around Nahmir. He didn't fall off at that time, but the spotlight simply changed its target. 2018 was the breakthrough year of YBN Cordae, and it quickly became clear that he is the more versatile and talented rapper of YBN. Cordae soon started to become the real breakout star of the group, and as a result, others like Almighty J and Nahmir started to be unintentionally overshadowed by him. However, it wasn't over here for YBN Nahmir. Fast forward to the year 2019 when his song Upstopper released, fans had hope again for a brighter future.
I keep a rocket in my pocket, socket called a pocket rocket. If it's war, we ain't playing games, bitch, we get it started.
And the song was once again able to gain some outstanding numbers. The song would later get a remix with 21 Savage, peaked at number 78 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, and once again collected over 200 million streams on Spotify. On top of that, the track was one of the first ever viral TikTok songs, going number 1 on the platform.
I keep a rocket in my pocket, socket called a pocket rocket. If it's war, we ain't playing games.
And he later then thanked 21 for the second chance he gave his career with this song. Even though he had some momentum once again, in August 2020 his career really started to crumble when he tweeted this. And basically single-handedly dropped Cordae and Almighty J out of YBN. He later clarified in interviews that they had some beef going on in the background, but nothing too crazy.
It be hella shit in the background, but at the end of the day, we all brothers. We all gonna say something that's gonna fuck up the image of this shit. We all gonna fuck around and slip up, do something that's gonna fuck up the image of this shit. It's always gonna be something with a group. So, you feel me? You can't really take that and just be like, man, he don't give a fuck about him, or it's beef, or like they don't really care. Cause at the end of the day, they do care.
Right.
And I fucked up by saying that shit too. I know that hurt their feelings by saying that.
Really?
So.
His tweet simply was an overreaction from his younger self, but the damage was already done and Nahmir was left alone in the YBN gang. He looked like the villain in this time period, and on top of that he had to witness how Cordae continued to do great on his own. It was a hard time for Nahmir, but even though he constantly received troll for his image and now also hate for the YBN situation, he still got fans behind him that desperately waited for his first official album to drop. And in 2021 the time has come. After pushing it back over and over again on March 26th, 2021, Nahmir dropped his debut album Visionland, and oh boy, what has he done. By the time the album dropped, most of his listeners weren't regularly bumping him no more, because most of them knew him from Rubbing Off the Paint, which by then was released over 3 years ago. So it was obvious that the album wouldn't make outstanding numbers, but nobody thought that it would be that bad. Nahmir sold 4K units first week and the internet destroyed him for that. For comparison, the YBN mixtape he released alongside Almighty J and Cordae in 2018 sold 10K first week. This just made him look like he couldn't do these numbers on his own. troll around him just got bigger and bigger and the project flopped, but the pain didn't end here for Nahmir. The last stroke for Nahmir was the song Soul Train, which also was on this album. When people heard it, they quickly realized the track is bad. Really bad.
If I gave you all my love, I say would that make you happy, baby?
And just like that, the internet did its thing. He got clowned like none other and the song quickly became his best performing track since Upstopper, but not for a good reason.
Oh no, man, yo, I can't. Oh, hell no. Bro, I'm scared to put my headphones back on.
Okay, there's no way. Bro made it out the hood just to go back. I wouldn't wish my worst enemies to ever have to hear this. I gotta stay focused.
The falloff was completed with this, and the damage was irreversible. After the backlash he received for Soul Train and his album, he took a break from the industry, only to come back sometime later and getting trolled all over again. This time the reason was that he switched gangs in some bizarre ways, but we don't want to get into that too deep. Cause what really stands out here is that he just drowned in controversy like many falloffs do. Later he found himself beefing with former YBN member Almighty J and some other bullshit, but nothing really had to do with his music, and he just continued to fall off more and more. When we look at what he's doing nowadays, we quickly see that he is still actively dropping music, but none of his videos or songs on streaming platforms get the attention and views they once got. And honestly, I understand it. The music he drops nowadays is straight up ass. He also admitted in an interview that he had an alcohol addiction and went to rehab because of it, so definitely something positive. Overall, he seems more mature and more calm, but this fake gangster image haunts him till this day. He is also going on an Australia, New Zealand and Asia tour in September and October of 2024, so it is safe to say that he is still hustling and trying his best to keep himself relevant, but a climb back to the top is very unlikely. Before we continue, please let us know down below in the comments if you like this video and what we can do better. Make also sure to like and subscribe.
Put down business everywhere I go, they can't stand me. Put like game week for this one hoe, no I keep a plan.
The next rapper for today is Kadarius Pride, better known as Superstar Pride. Pride was born on March 15th, 22 in Batesville, Mississippi, and he has been making music since he was 6 years old. A friend of his mother, who was a rapper himself, helped him with improving his skills on the mic and with writing his texts. In school, Pride was a star athlete and played football, baseball and basketball. And even though rapping wasn't his main priority in these days, he never lost sight of it and always continued to do it on the side. When he was around 12 years old, he started recording his first tracks on an Android tablet, and when he was 15, he uploaded his first song on SoundCloud. The turning point for Pride and his career came when he was 17 years old. At this age, he recorded a track called Free WAP and realized that he could really blow up with his music if he takes it seriously. And that's exactly what he did. Even though he was still struggling and had to clean up a yard just to get by, he was now focusing fully on his music. And 2023 was the year that everything started to pay off. On the 20th of October 2022, Pride finally released his first EP called 5 Pounds of Pressure. The EP was able to get some streams, nothing too crazy, but in February of 2023, Pride started to use TikTok. And that was the moment everything changed. He posted a snippet of his track Painting Pictures, and by the end of the day it already had hit 250k views. He continued to post the track in different videos and the song instantly blew up. What caught the people's eyes was not only the song but also his hairstyle that went viral because of this clip.
And mama, don't worry, you raised the gangster, I'm a survivor.
With this foundation, the way for a successful rap career was paved. The song reached number 25 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart, gained nearly 200 million streams on Spotify, over 40 million views on YouTube, and went RIAA certified gold. But more importantly than the numbers was the clout he gained from that. All of a sudden everybody knew him, not only for the song but mostly for his iconic hairstyle. On TikTok, a trend was going viral where people sticked all kinds of stuff to their head and tried to imitate Pride's hair in a funny way.
And mama, don't worry, you raised the gangster, I'm a survivor. And mama.
In interviews, he spoke about his hairstyle and why it looked that way.
Well, like my head was nappy as hell. I don't think I had got a haircut in probably like a year and a half. I pulled up on my uncle ass. They would chop my shit, my uncle. Shit, I'm finna give you your own look, dude. I'm finna give you superstar. He like, you superstar, but I'm finna, like, the world gonna wanna be superstar. Like, that what he was on.
It was originated from my uncle, he my barber. He got it, and then he was like, it would look good on you because you superstar. But he said it'll be your haircut. So he's like, let me make you your haircut.
Pride wanted to use the new gained fame to his advantage and planned to drop his debut album in the same year. But eventually, Pride himself put a spoke in his wheel.
A rapper from Panola County is behind bars charged with murder.
In July 2023, news broke that superstar Pride has been charged with murder and was facing life in prison. On July 19th, the Panola County Sheriff's Office responded to a call and found a man called Marcus Wheatley dead behind his house. The grandmother of Wheatley witnessed the murder of her grandson and told the police that it was superstar Pride.
Mary Ann Strong is the grandmother of 40-year-old Marcus Wheatley. Strong says she saw Kadarius Pride, aka Superstar Pride.
Wheatley's grandmother said she saw Pride going into Marcus's house and she could hear them arguing inside. They reportedly argued about a music video shoot. The discussion got out of hand, and the next thing Marcus's grandmother saw was Pride chasing her grandson out of the back door with a gun. A few shots fell, and at least one made Marcus collapse in the field. Pride walked up to him and let off 3 more shots into his body. After that, he realized that Marcus's grandma saw the whole thing and walked up to her, upped the strap, and told her to not tell anyone. After that, he walked back over to Marcus and fired 1 more bullet in the head of Wheatley. It is speculated that the relationship between the shooter and the victim played a key role in the shooting. Wheatley was not only a friend of Pride, he was his barber. The police quickly found his abandoned truck and started an investigation to find him. Just hours later, Pride's family called the police and told them that Pride wants to surrender. On July 24th, 2023, the Mississippi rapper was charged with first-degree murder for the shooting of his barber. He was denied bail in pretrial detention. And as of now, we couldn't find any more information about the incident, and the rapper is currently waiting in jail for his case to go to court. But with how it stands at the moment and with the accusations of the eyewitness, it isn't looking good for Pride. That's the main reason for Pride's fall-off. The end of his career came before he even had time to start, and it is 1000% his own fault. On top of the murder, as you can guess, the internet went crazy about the news. Not because he shot somebody, but much more because it was his barber. And once again, the people made fun of him, his lyrics, and most importantly, his hairstyle. When it comes to what he's doing nowadays, it's quite simple. He's locked up for good. As said before, he is still in jail and waits for his trial to go to court. The last time we really heard something about his case was in May of 2024, when he or someone who has control over his accounts posted this on his Instagram story, claiming that he will be home soon.
Stop the cap.
It is most likely though that this wasn't based on actual evidence and he just said it for fun, I guess. Anyways, as soon as he posted this, the internet once more did its thing and immediately clowned him for it. When we look at his music, we see that he is still very active. He has indeed dropped his debut album called Mama Don't Worry, despite being in jail, and released another mixtape called GED in 2024. It is most likely that all songs were recorded before he went to jail. But none of his releases made any noise simply because of his murder case. It is quite the same when you look at his Instagram. He is posting very actively about new music, but nobody really cares. His comments are just full of troll or some delusional people that say free him. It is safe to say that he killed not only the barber, but all of the momentum he had from his blow up. His fall down came the exact same second his career started to really take off, and it is very much likely that he will never ever be relevant again in the rap game. And that was it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. This time we included only 2 rappers, but dived into more details about them. This way you really get to know these rappers if you didn't know them before. But let me know what you think about that in the comments. Should we do it like this with more depth to it, or did you prefer the first part with 3 rappers? Before you leave, make sure to like and subscribe and share this video with Alessandro Volta so he stays updated on all the relevant things in the world of rap.